Welcome back to Grounded Wealth, a series about building money and stability without privilege, hype, or shame. This is money advice that respects reality.
Your bank statement is not a spreadsheet. It is not just numbers, dates, and balances. It is a record of your life. And before you try to change your money, you need to understand it. Most people avoid looking too closely at their spending, not because they are irresponsible, but because money carries memory, stress, pressure, responsibility, relief. Every transaction is tied to a moment, a choice made while tired, a decision made under pressure, a purchase made to feel a little lighter. When life feels heavy, money becomes a coping mechanism. Convenience replaces capacity. Speed replaces rest. Small comforts replace recovery. Food arrives faster. Subscriptions multiply quietly. Tiny purchases soften hard days. And when someone says, just budget better, what they are really saying is ignore the story and focus on the numbers. But the ledger does not work that way. Your spending already tells a story about what you are prioritizing, what you are trying to ease, what you are postponing, and what season of life you are in. And none of that makes you bad with money. It makes you human. Wealth does not begin with restriction. It begins with visibility. Before you cut, optimize, or shame yourself, you need to see clearly. Not with judgment, not with guilt, but with curiosity, with attention, with patience. So what does that look like in practice? Start small. Start neutral. Look at the last 2 to 3 months of transactions, not to judge, but to observe. You are not auditing yourself. You are listening. You are understanding. Group everything into 3 simple categories. First, survival. Housing, food, transport, utilities, anything required to stay functional, the things you cannot skip without creating chaos. Second, comfort, convenience, treats, delivery, impulse relief spending, the things that make hard days softer, the small moments that soothe stress. Third, growth, saving, investing, learning, tools that help future you breathe easier, things that build long-term security and freedom. Then ask one honest question: which category is carrying most of my money right now? If it's survival, you're likely in a pressure season. You are not failing, you are stabilizing. You are keeping life moving while holding weight. If it's comfort, you are likely exhausted. Your spending is not careless, it's compensating. It's a signal that you need softness in life, a signal that your energy is taxed. If it's growth, you're in an expansion phase. You have margin, you have space, you have energy, you have room to plan. None of these are wrong. They are signals. The problem is not comfort spending. The problem is not survival spending. The problem is not knowing why they are there. Because once you see the pattern, change stops feeling violent. You stop trying to overhaul everything at once. You stop declaring war on your habits. You start making quieter adjustments. You start choosing instead of reacting. Maybe comfort spending reduces naturally when pressure eases. Maybe survival costs drop once income stabilizes. Maybe growth increases when fear subsides. But none of that happens in the dark. Awareness creates choice. Choice creates control. Control creates peace. Peace allows progress. And here's the most important part. You do not gain control by restriction. You gain it through understanding. The ledger does not shame you, it reflects you. It shows what you needed when you didn't have other options. It shows how you survived. It shows what mattered most at that moment. And reflection, not punishment, is where control begins. Reflection is where awareness starts to shift into action. If this changed the way you think about money, pause before you judge your past spending. Breathe. Acknowledge your story. And if you want more conversations like this, calm, realistic, and grounded in real life, subscribe to the channel. Like this video so it reaches people who think they are bad with money when they are simply surviving. Share it with someone who doesn't need discipline, they need understanding. This is episode 2, and awareness is the next step forward, the quiet step that turns reflection into real choice.